read it right off the card. You voted for 3 of the most unpopular and biggest spending bills in history: stimulus, healthcare, cap and trade. How do you defend these votes as in the best interest of 5th District constituents?
A year and a half ago, I came into office for the first time, and there was a $3 trillion contraction in the economy. Economists from Reagan's team, both President Bush's, McCain's advisors, as well as Clinton's and Obama's, all agreed that we were on the verge of a Great Depression. Adults in the room had to come together and make some tough decisions to save us from going into a depression. It was a package that was 40% tax cuts, 40% emergency funding to states and localities who otherwise would have had to jack up your taxes, and 20% investment in infrastructure, research and development, and other things. Now, I did fight for a different kind of stimulus that would have been a longer-term construction-oriented build-out of rebuilding our competitive advantage. But when it came down to whether to support this or not support this, we knew what the stakes were. The Chamber of Commerce supported it. Most of the business community supported it. We have to keep in mind the kind of economy that we were talking about. And a group of economists from across the spectrum last week came out and said that they believe this prevented the second Great Depression in American history. So if I look back on that and say, were we able to prevent a Great Depression? I think that that's the right thing to do. Now, did we do enough to rebuild America's competitive advantage, which is what I thought a really visionary stimulus would have done? No. I believe it was held back by the idea of those who think we just need to get back to 2006 and everything will be all right. I think our problems go deeper than that, about rebuilding our competitiveness in the world, and I would have liked to see more of that. In terms of the energy vote, every day we wait. Every day we wait, we just send jobs to China and India. Every day we wait, Chavez gets stronger, Ahmadinejad gets stronger. I think it is a horrible insult to our country to have no national energy policy. Now, I hear this from manufacturers down in Southside who say, we would love nothing more than to build anything, but if we got to build things that made our country safer, bring it on. And I talk to investors who say, we've got a lot of cash we're willing to invest in energy, but we're not going to do it in America until America gets serious about energy. We know China's serious about energy. And what did we use? We used a free market approach that was developed by Republicans. The cap and trade system was developed by the first President Bush and produced probably the most efficient and effective environmental law in history to reduce acid rain. It was supported by John McCain. And the worst kind of partisanship is when you develop an idea and you say it's great, and the second Democrats agree with you, you suddenly have to decide it's a bad idea. This is right to make our country strong. It's right for jobs. It's the right thing to do.
Thank you, Congressman.